Hi YouTubers, it's George. I'm in the garage and got quite a few little jobs on the go and experiments and making wooden bowls. And I got my wooden bowl I'm making set up on the lathe. I've done a bit of that this morning. I'm working on a Morse code decoder, and but I'm going to work on this, and this is a crystal bar vaping disposable thingy bob, whatever you call it, and I'm going to have a look inside it. I roughly know how they work. By sucking on here, it operates a small vacuum switch. The vacuum switch switches the battery onto a small heater, and the heater or heater wire is wound round like material which soaks up the vaping fluid itself. So I'm going to take it apart, and on these it's just a matter of prising the bottom off, which I've done. So that cap comes off like that. Notice it's got holes in to let air in, and then you shake it and that drops out like that. So it's a container in a container, and what happens next is this bottom thing, you notice there's a little hole in there where the air goes in. If I press it, the rubber cap will come away, and I believe that thing there is the vacuum switch which switches the battery on and off. But I'll try and get this out the tube. It's a bit sticky, so I'm going to put some gloves on. I don't know how corrosive this material is, or whatever it is they put inside these vaping things. Now I've got my gloves on, and so that's where I am with this, and in there I think it's possible to see the battery. So I need to take this end off, and hopefully it will slide out, but which way it will slide out I don't know. The other thing is, it absolutely stinks. I don't know. Oh god, it's so strong. I don't know how anybody could put that thing in their mouth. Oh. Okay, so the little switch there, and it's connected to the battery. Okay, and that rubber thing it was fitted in there, so the whole lot should slide out the front now. Ah, rubber caps come off. Oh, this is quite sophisticated, this one. Alright, get a pen. Oh yeah, something's happening. Oh yeah, there we go. It's slid out of the tube. Oh, it's quite a nice metal tube there, look. Right, so what have we got? We've got metal cap, rubber cap, these in order, thing on the front, and then that, like that, and that goes in. And there we have this bit here. Right, what I'm going to do, I'll get my test meter and see if the battery's got any sort of charge in it. Oh, I just read the writing on it now. It's 600 puffs, 2% nicotine, made in China. It's called a crystal bar Vimble ice, I think it probably says. Right, get the test meter now and see if there's anything in the battery. Now it's all dismantled now, so you've got several spacers, metal tube, electrical connections, spacer washers, and a battery. And you have, if I can show you this, this is the heating element which is about 1 ohm, and that goes inside a piece of this soaked material inside the tube, which is inside this tube, and then this is a form of a switch. I think it's a pressure switch, and I took one apart before and it only had 2 wires on, so I think this just connects that heater to the battery when you suck the unit itself. This battery is completely okay. I'll try and see if I can get that to heat up by just connecting these wires somehow to the battery. Let's see if I've got any jumper wires. So what I've got here, I've got the heating element out of this vape thing, got it connected with a couple of wires, and I'm going to put a better battery on it, because this one, although it was giving a reading, and it's not 3.7 volts, so I've got a 3.7 volt battery there, and then I'm going to connect it, and hopefully you'll see if that smokes, and I'm pretty sure that's just a heating element. So I'll put the camera there. I don't know whether that's, you can see that or not, and maybe I need to reduce the lighting in here a little bit. And we'll see if that smokes, shall we? Because I think that's all it is a little heating element I've got there. So here we go, let's see what happens. Try not to blow myself up. Oh, do you see a puff of smoke? There you go. So that's what happens in the vaping chamber. Right, so if we put it actually in this tube now, which is where it should be, we should see a lot of smoke. Shall we try that? Put it that way, you might be able to see the glow inside. Let's have it try this again. See the red glow. And that's it. So that's how it works. God, it stinks. Excuse me. Start that bit again, because I wasn't on the camera up place. So start off with the unit, outer case, with end cap. Inside there is aluminium tube. One end has the mouthpiece, and the other end has this plastic bit here. Starting from the mouthpiece, it sucks. You're sucking air with the vape liquid through this soaky sponge thing. This on this end is the heating element, which is that piece there, that little piece there, metal sleeve, and this is glass, like a glass matte material to stop it melting the rubber. From the heating element here you've got the terminal connector, which converts those wires to those wires, positive and negative. End cap, heat proof, little insulator. Then there's a battery, and on the battery is this switch arrangement here, which I'm pretty sure it's a vacuum switch. End cap, and this all slides into here. And the battery is a 3.7 battery, and the rating of it is half an amp, 500 milliamp, and the capacity is 1.85 milliamp hour, I think, and it's a 3.7 volt battery. So very interesting, and hope you enjoyed this little video. I don't know how useful it is to anybody, but it may be possible with this little heating element and a battery to make some other device from these bits. But I'm going to check this little switch now to see what it actually does, but I don't really want to be sucking any parts of this device because I don't smoke, and I can't stand the smell as it is now. Okay, I've done some tests now on this little thing, and it is a pressure switch. I'm not sure whether this one works on vacuum. I should imagine it does. And inside this, because it's got 3 connections, it's got a power switching FET. So the gate of the FET gets a signal from the vacuum switch, and the FET then switches the main current, because it's going to draw a good, possibly up to 100 milliamp or even more into that heating element. So in here is a switching FET and the pressure transducer or pressure switch in there. So that's it. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like.